Hey, Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where it's all Juve all the time. I'm Alberto, and you know the drill. I'm going to bring you the news surrounding Juventus to January 27th, and there's a lot of news today, so I'm going to rip through it as quick as I can. But first, make sure you check out our sponsor's latest drop, okay? StripedTartsApparel.com, putting out the new Ultra Bianco Neri gear and a little tribute to our new Serbian bomber, Vlahovic. That's available now for a limited time, so make sure you check it out, and the site is right at the top of your screen there, StripedTartsApparel.com. Now, without further ado, to the news. Sky reports 80 million euros was supposed to be for the next 3 windows that they are splashing on Vlahovic. Now, this is simply laughable. There's no way 80 million euros in 3 transfer windows is reasonable or even logical. Okay. Now, the breakdown was where this money came from was actually out of the 4 million euro bond that Juve basically received. Okay, obviously from Exor, which Agnelli also is ownership with. Now, here you have it. The breakdown: 135 million euros was to cover costs for the next 12 months of Juve's basically seasons and terms and everything, just everything in general. 135 million was set aside for that. There was also other fees set aside for multiple other things, but transfers was around 85 million that they've spent, but that's not over 3 windows. That's just right now that they had available apparently. Now keep in mind they also saved a lot of money in Cristiano Ronaldo leaving the club, as they were paying him not net. His net was 30, but it was actually upwards of 60 million euros. So there you have it. And reports from the club and ownership have always been saying that they are safe for the next actual season financially. So our man Joe Cappuccino has been working on it, and he has something coming up to us, hopefully in the next little bit, explaining the financials and where Juventus actually sit in a much more clear picture. Now, moving on, Andrea Cambiaso is generating a lot of interest, and Juve is, of course, amongst those team. His contract expires in 2023 with Genoa, so keep your eyes peeled for Andrea Cambiaso. Now, Gazeta reporting that plans for Juve's future are actually Frankie de Jong or even possibly Jorginho in the middle of the pitch. Jorginho, 30 years old, he can still ball. I find myself personally going back and forth on what I would do in that situation. Keep in mind, Rovella, we already own. He is coming back next season. How do you feel about the news about Jorginho and out of de Jong? Just hypothetically, who would you prefer out of the two? I don't think you can go wrong personally, but exciting times to see these links. And now I know what you might say about Gazzetta, but keep in mind that Fabiana Della Valle, who also put out the news on Vlahovic first, said keep your eyes peeled for Jorginho in the summer to Juve. So very, very interesting stuff. Now, Morata. Morata will most likely end up staying with Juventus regardless of the signing of Vlahovic, because Barcelona and Atletico seem to be at a loss to make this thing work. Barcelona wanting loan, Atletico wanting an obligation. They want to sell the player. So there you have it. Morata could end up staying. And honestly, I actually like that. I think Morata as a backup to somebody, especially like Vlahovic, is perfect. You can even maybe now start entertaining the idea of Morata playing off a wing. So very, very interesting stuff. What's going to happen there? I'd be fine if he stays, especially used as a backup or super sub role. Now, Pogba return. Mirko Di Natale had a great spaces on Twitter yesterday, and we broke it down and recapped it in English as it was in Italian for all our followers and subscribers. So if you're not following us on Twitter, make sure you get over there and check it out. Now, Pogba return, he said no, he cannot see it. But he threw out the name Gravenberch as someone Juventus is continuously watching. So he said, Gravenberch, I can see coming in the summer. He spoke about Antun, Paulo Dybala's agent, saying that he will arrive in February. And his personal belief, Mirko Di Natale's personal belief, is that it will be signed. And he believes it would have been done already if there weren't for certain complications. Of course, Antun has now become certified agent for Italy, and all signs point to them signing the deal. And he has even said that Paulo Dybala is not entertaining offers or anything from any other club. So Paulo Dybala wants Juventus, and his agent hasn't looked elsewhere. So there you have it. That should put everybody's mind at ease in regards to Paulo Dybala. Now we get into Romagnoli. Mirko Di Natale said that Romagnoli has always generated interest from Juventus, and they will be interested regardless of what happens with Matthias de Ligt. Okay. Now he also spoke in terms of Matthias de Ligt, and he says, of course, anything can happen, and an offer should come in the summer. It would be evaluated, but he believes that Matthias de Ligt will play out his contract for Juventus. So a lot of good stuff coming from this spaces with Mirko Di Natale. And then he talked about Vlahovic. He said all journalists were surprised that it came in January. Okay, based on the news that they were receiving between October and November, all signs pointed to the summer. So everybody was very surprised that the deal got done in January. In terms of Vlahovic, the COVID test will be Friday. If he passes, his first day of medicals could be Saturday or Monday at the latest in Turin. Okay. And if there were any complications there, this does not prevent Juventus from purchasing Vlahovic. The deal is done. They will sign everything. Right now, they're just working on commissions and the minor details, but he will sign. They will purchase him regardless, and they will just offset the medicals should there be any complications with this COVID test. Now, if Morata stays, Vlahovic takes over the number 7 and is the next number 7 after Cristiano Ronaldo. There's all your news for the day. Okay, let me hear your thoughts, but it's exciting times. I have had so much faith reinstilled in this management. It's hard not to with such a move like this. Okay, Juventus basically went out, drew Milan with 0 shots on target, and said, you know what? Forget this. We're bringing in Vlahovic, and went out and did it, flexing on absolutely every other team out there. I love this club. All right. Talk to you tomorrow, everybody. Don't forget to let us know what you think of all the news. And of course, check out that new deadly drop from stripedheartsapparel.com. Okay. Till tomorrow, fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. Ciao.